Did you know that cruise passengers waste an average of $2,500 per cruise without even realizing it? The cruise industry has perfected the art of separating you from your money through carefully designed traps that most travelers fall into every single time. Today I'm going to reveal the 5 money-saving secrets that cruise lines absolutely don't want you to discover, and these strategies could save you thousands on your next vacation. Most people think they're getting a great deal when they book their cruise, but what they don't realize is that the real expense comes from everything else. The cruise fare is just the beginning, and industry insiders know that passengers will spend nearly double their cabin cost on extras, upgrades, and hidden fees that could have been avoided entirely. I've spent years analyzing cruise pricing strategies, and what I've uncovered will completely change how you approach your next booking. The first secret revolves around timing your booking perfectly, but it's not what most travel agents will tell you. Everyone talks about wave season and booking 12 months in advance, but there's a much better approach that saved me over $4,000 last year alone. The cruise lines want you to book during their peak marketing periods when they're making the highest profits. But smart travelers know to look for repositioning cruises and shoulder season deals that offer the same luxury experience for a fraction of the cost. Repositioning cruises happen when cruise lines need to move their ships between different regions, like from the Caribbean to the Mediterranean for summer season. These cruises are longer, less crowded, and often cost 60 to 70% less than regular itineraries. I recently found a 14-day repositioning cruise from Miami to Barcelona for less than what most people pay for a 7-day Caribbean cruise. The catch is that these deals require flexibility with your dates, but the savings are absolutely incredible. But that's not the only timing secret that cruise lines hope you'll never figure out. Last-minute deals can be even better if you're willing to take the risk. Ships that haven't filled up will slash prices dramatically in the final weeks before departure. I've seen 7-day Mediterranean cruises drop from $3,000 per person to under $600 just 3 weeks before sailing. The key is having your passport ready and being able to book flights quickly when these deals appear. However, the biggest money trap isn't in the booking process at all. It's in the cabin selection strategy that most passengers get completely wrong. Cruise lines have trained travelers to believe that higher decks and specific cabin locations are always worth the premium, but there's a guaranteed cabin strategy that can save you hundreds while actually increasing your chances of getting upgraded. When you book a guaranteed cabin, you're essentially letting the cruise line assign your room, but you're guaranteed to get at least the category you paid for or better. What most people don't know is that cruise lines often use guaranteed bookings to fill unsold upgraded cabins. I booked a guaranteed interior cabin on my last cruise and received a balcony suite worth an additional $800. This happens more often than cruise lines want to admit because they'd rather fill an upgraded cabin than sail with empty rooms. The location myths that cruise lines promote are also costing you money unnecessarily. They'll tell you that midship cabins are worth the premium because of less motion, but on modern cruise ships with advanced stabilization systems, the difference is barely noticeable. Lower deck cabins can save you $300 to $500 per person, while actually providing a more stable experience closer to the ship's center of gravity. The balcony versus interior cabin decision is where cruise lines make some of their highest profits, and they've convinced travelers that balconies are essential for a good cruise experience. But here's what they don't want you to calculate. On a typical 7-day Caribbean cruise, passengers spend an average of less than 90 minutes total on their balcony. When you break down the additional cost, you're essentially paying $4 to $6 per minute for that outdoor space. Unless you're cruising scenic routes like Alaska or Norway, that balcony premium is rarely worth the expense. The third major money trap involves drink packages, and the math here is deliberately confusing because cruise lines profit enormously from beverage sales. They'll tell you that drink packages cost $60 to $70 per day, and that you need to consume 8 to 10 drinks daily to break even. But this calculation is intentionally misleading because it doesn't account for the automatic gratuities included in package pricing or the non-alcoholic beverages that are also covered. When you factor in the 18% gratuity that's already built into drink package pricing, the real break-even point is closer to 6 drinks per day, not 10. Plus, these packages include unlimited bottled water, specialty coffees, sodas, and energy drinks that would cost you additional money otherwise. But here's the secret that bartenders have shared with me. Happy hour pricing and drink specials throughout the cruise can make pay per drink much more economical for moderate drinkers. Most cruise ships offer happy hour specials between 4 and 6 p.m. where cocktails that normally cost $12 to $15 are available for $6 to $8. If you time your drinking around these promotions, you can enjoy plenty of beverages without approaching the cost of a full package. On my last 14-day cruise, I spent only $90 total on drinks by taking advantage of these daily specials. The real trap with drink packages is the requirement that all adults in the same cabin must purchase the same package. This means if one person drinks heavily and the other doesn't, you're still forced to buy two expensive packages. Cruise lines implemented this policy specifically to increase their beverage revenue, and it's one of their most profitable requirements. Shore excursions represent the fourth major area where cruise lines extract enormous profits from unsuspecting passengers. The markup on cruise line excursions typically ranges from 300 to 500% above what you'd pay for identical experiences booked independently. They justify these inflated prices by claiming superior safety and guaranteed return times. But this is largely a marketing myth designed to keep you booking through them. Local tour operators in popular cruise ports are extremely experienced with cruise ship schedules and passenger needs. They understand exactly when ships depart and build appropriate buffers into their timing. In many cases, private tour operators provide more personalized experiences with smaller groups and better local insights than the large-scale excursions that cruise lines offer. The savings can be dramatic when you book independently. A snorkeling excursion in Cozumel that costs $90 through the cruise line can be booked privately for $35. A Blue Mountain coffee tour in Jamaica priced at $120 by the cruise line is available through local operators for $45. For a family of 4, these savings add up to hundreds of dollars per port. The key to successful independent booking is planning ahead and choosing morning excursions that return well before the ship's departure time. Booking platforms like Viator and Get Your Guide offer thousands of verified local experiences with reviews from other cruise passengers. Many ports also offer excellent free options like public beaches and self-guided walking tours that provide the same experiences cruise lines charge premium prices for. But the most expensive trap of all involves the numerous onboard extras and specialty services that cruise lines aggressively promote throughout your voyage. These seemingly small charges can easily add up to over $1,000 per cruise if you're not careful about avoiding them. Specialty dining represents one of the biggest unnecessary expenses on modern cruise ships. Restaurants that charge $30 to $60 per person are serving food that's often prepared in the same galley as the complimentary dining options. The presentation might be different, but the quality difference rarely justifies the significant upcharge. If you want to experience specialty dining, book it for lunch when the same menus are often available for 30 to 40% less than dinner pricing. Internet packages are another major profit center that cruise lines push heavily, charging $20 to $30 per day for connectivity that's often slower than what you'd get from your phone's hotspot in port. Unless you absolutely must work during your vacation, skip the internet package entirely and use free Wi-Fi at ports of call when you need to check messages or post photos. Photo packages prey on passengers' desire to capture memories, charging $20 to $30 per professional photo when your smartphone can take equally good pictures at the same locations. Professional photographers will approach you constantly throughout the cruise, but their photos aren't significantly better than what you can achieve with modern phone cameras and some basic composition knowledge. Spa and fitness packages represent another unnecessary expense, since most ships offer excellent free fitness facilities and jogging tracks. If you want spa services, you'll find much better prices and often superior treatments at ports of call, especially in Caribbean and Mexican destinations where luxury spa services cost a fraction of onboard pricing. Casino promotions might seem appealing with promises of free cruises and onboard credits, but these rewards require gambling thousands of dollars to achieve. Unless you're already a serious casino player, these promotions are designed to extract far more money than they return in benefits. Onboard shopping represents the final major trap, with cruise ship stores charging premium prices for everything from souvenirs to luxury goods. Items that cost $30 to $40 in ship stores are often available for $10 to $15 at port destinations. Even duty-free pricing on board is frequently higher than what you'll find at your departure airport. The secret that cruise industry veterans understand is that the best cruise experience comes from taking advantage of the incredible included amenities rather than constantly spending on extras. Modern cruise ships offer gourmet dining venues, world-class entertainment, extensive recreational facilities, and luxurious accommodations all included in your fare. When you focus on these included experiences instead of constantly upgrading and adding extras, you'll often have a more relaxing and enjoyable vacation while saving thousands of dollars. The cruise industry has built their entire business model around the assumption that passengers will spend heavily on extras and upgrades. By understanding these strategies and avoiding the most common traps, you can enjoy an incredible cruise vacation while keeping your budget under control and your money in your pocket where it belongs.